this emotion in you. You're not in this by yourself. You are in it by yourself because you're doing all the work that makes us get on that pedestal below yours. Because this here is always going to go up here to protect you, to love you, to support you. If they have never met a force before and dollar signs don't pay it, our hearts are paying it for you. If we was on top of the hill in the golden castle and to have dollar bills coming out the side, out the windows, out the doors, do you think you would have a problem?
I mean, even if I did, I'd get my ass up there.
You wouldn't have to get up there. You would already be there because your whole supporting from here is now up there with you. We want you to complete. What we want is wonderful. What we want for you is our system of support from here. Dollar signs. This is your goal. To be successful. When Jakai goes in his pocket, he can say bang, bang, bang. We can't pay to get you any higher. I told you before, you do all the work. It can be mind-blowing, son. To hold a 40-hour job is mind-setting, son. When I was tired, I went. If I was sick, I took 2 aspirins, but I went. There was no time for me to sleep because I had 6 kids behind me. Whenever that door opened and closed, Gina wanted to make sure, however her shit goes out that door and comes back in that door, they're happy. All you had to do was do, back them days, a nickel call in a payphone. Telephone was shut off. What? Because I didn't pay the bill because I paid something else? But I would get to you. Mommy, don't worry about how Mommy knows. Just like I don't know unless you tell me. When we ask for your direction, oh, okay, son, you're heading, which way you heading out? We don't want to get into your business. We just want to know what direction you was in. God forbid, thank you, Lord, for protecting this young man.
Yes.
This is my first grandson.
Every day.
He got me 24/7 from 100% to 200%, Lord, because I ain't even looking back at 99 3/4. I don't give a fuck. That's the past.
Exactly.
But I can only know about that if you let me know about it. That woman that gave birth to you, there ain't nothing that Takai Satori can't do, won't do. If he needs her help, you tell your mother, it'll work. Uncle Lance had a round table of meeting in a high school. Him, the principal, the dean, whatever. I said, son, you need me in here? He said, no, man, I'll handle it. I went in there, sat at that table, and I said, I don't need to be here. This is personal between Lance and the system. Went to Michigan. I said, son, I'll be on the next flight out of here if you need me. No, ma, I'll handle it. And he handled it. He handled it because it was about him. It's about you. Whatever happened at Townsend, which in my heart I settled because I just didn't know how to go after it. You know your grandmother was ready to open them up because I felt like they put a screen over me to give me all this impression that you was there for my grandson. Okay, now I know you're not here for my grandson. What did my grandson do to be treated like this? 1 more year? 1 more year, son? You can't play with that liquor. You can't play with that wacky tobacco because you're on a journey. That sets your ass back. When you gotta be different, look at me. I couldn't smoke a joint, have a drink, if I knew at 5:30 in the morning I had to be sitting in that bus. You know how many times I went to Forest Hills and they said, oh, Dalton, 8359, you gotta go down to the clinic. What the fuck I gotta go down? I knew why I had to go down to the clinic, because they wanted to put my ass in their chair and think they had reason to fire me. I blew into a machine that a dial didn't even move, motherfucker, because you was waiting for it to go off of 0 to 1, 2, 3, or 4. That means I had substance in me.
And I did it.
25 years, son. 25 years of being the designated driver. Just knowing that if I get off on Friday at 5 o'clock, I can hit my little joint and get a drink, have a nice meal, whatever. But you know what? If I didn't have that attitude about me, and I didn't let nobody else come in my door to disturb me, I had a job for 30 years with the MBTA. God willing, I've been out 11 years and the MBTA is still paying me. Why would I jeopardize that? I had a responsibility, and your responsibility is to Jakai Satori. If something goes wrong, you don't hold it in here, because you hold it in here, it just blows your heart up. And your heart is the thing that pumps your blood to your brain to make you perform with the drive that you have. You didn't dream all this since you was 1 and 2 years old, getting that play school basketball and tried to put it higher than it was supposed to so you could slam dunk it. That was you. That was the blood that ran through your veins. You was doing what you love to do. It brought you this far. You wasn't going to another school because you wanted to be coached by your uncle. You had that patent and dream all set out because you drew it. Nobody else drew it. You hit every basketball program going on in the city of Cambridge. Took you many a places. I don't care if it was down 93 till we got comfortable, your feet were hanging out the window. That traffic had our ass sitting here to get you to Mansfield. That was my heart-driven support I had for you and teammates. Why would you let somebody or something take that away from you? You're stronger than that. You're a Cancer. You're like your Auntie Misa. You're like your Aunt Val. You had the drive. You had that kind of inner stubbornness that your grandmother knows she has, without a doubt. Because you ain't gonna fuck over me.
Okay.
The only one gonna fuck over me is me.
Exactly.
And what? God always had my heart. He had my back. When it was dark, he gave me all the light I needed to see. You didn't think I want to sit down at a bar with my girls? You didn't think when we got out in the car that I didn't want to smoke a joint? I wouldn't even get in the car until they were through doing it. And you talk about you cold? Your ass will be cold till I get you to your residence. I'm not going to sit here and have all that absorbing me. They fought for, the MBTA fought to take one strand of hair out of my head to see if I was smoking marijuana. And you know what stopped that? The firemen, the policemen, all them organizations that are supposed to support us, protect us, serve us. Motherfucker, you're doing the same thing that I wasn't doing. But you're going to come out there to help me? The only one who can destroy you is you. You come in there with, like Corey and Darrell. Auntie Kathy don't play. Uncle Derek can say, sure, here's $20, put it in the gas tank. Auntie Kathy, where you going? Where is that? I said, you can mess with your father all you want, but that mother you got sitting there, that's the FBI. That's the SEALs. of the Navy. That's the Marines. I fought. What? You don't play with that shit. Not to injure Jakai, because then who Jakai got to play for him? My kids used to say, ask your aunts and uncles, ask mommy. Oh, mommy, can I walk DC home? Yeah, you walk DC home, but who's gonna walk your ass home? It's DC's responsibility to know that he gotta be in Jefferson Park by 11 o'clock. You're like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not fucking okay. You walk down the street. You're not supposed to walk anywhere with fear in your heart. Whatever happens to you happens to me. It happens to your mother, Papa Miller, who took his lunch hours to come and spend them with you on 103 River Street.
Man, you're telling me a lot of stuff that I know, man.
I know, but what's happening with you that you...
I just don't feel like it anymore. I don't.
Why don't you feel like it anymore?
I don't. I don't.
Where did you lose that feeling?
It's been a minute. I've just been doing my things, just riding it out, just staying
Okay,
strong.
you had commitment for 5 years.
5 years, what you mean?
You went to